Hey, damn, we're getting so good at that. Hi, everybody.
What's going on?
Welcome back. Another episode. What we learned this week.
It is.
It's me and Drake again.
What's
Our
up?
third amigo. Unfortunately, he got business to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Astro Design Company. Check him out.
Very fortunately,
it's
he's
keeping
got
him
that.
busy. You know what I'm saying? He's got big meetings, big plans, big things to do. So
Ooh.
proud of you, Walker.
Yeah, buddy.
Anyways, welcome back to the show. Oh, and he's missing a good one. It's episode 69.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Damn, what a good
Nice.
episode. We're sorry,
Nice.
Walker. We wish you could have been here. We wish we could have redone episode 69,
Yeah.
Flip that thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's you know what I'm saying?
You're scared of me.
Oh, shit. No, that's all right, man. Well, you're here in spirit, and we
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
So before we get into anything right away, let's just go ahead and get those skills out the way real quick. You want to just do those?
Yeah.
And we'll
Yeah, we can do
roll
that.
into our topics this week, all right?
For sure.
Cool. So mine, for those of you that follow me on my personal Instagram page or on my Facebook, you know that mine was done, and I actually had a lot of fun with it. So my skill for this week was to take self, I don't know, like I do a photo shoot by myself, right? So I ended up going out to this little place that I scoped out on a drive one day. I was going to Janesville, and I scoped it out as like this little
It looked a
walking
cool
path.
spot.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I want to go try fishing there, honestly. But so I went and checked that out, and I spent like probably an hour and a half, 2 hours out there just taking photos, lining up shots. I took some photos without me, obviously, in it too. But yeah, it was really weird at first. It was hard to get comfortable. It's so weird. Like if I'm in a being on TV, super easy. I could do that any day of the week. I don't get nervous over it.
Yeah.
Taking photos of myself, nerve-wracking as fuck, dude. It's the worst. So that was cool. Like, I got a lot more comfortable with it, and then after I edited the photos and everything, I got a lot more comfortable, and now I'm doing this thing where I'm kind of just taking, I'm trying to do, a picture a day. I took this Sunday off, but I'm trying to do, a picture a day that I just post on my Instagram so I can get myself more comfortable with, getting myself out there and taking pictures and shit.
And they were really good fucking pictures, man.
Thank you.
They're
Appreciate
seriously
that.
cool.
Yeah, and I learned a lot about that. Well, I learned quite a bit about the editing stuff too, because I used Lightroom, Adobe Lightroom for it. So it's a pretty high end audio or photo editing software. So yeah, it was kind of cool and made my own preset, which, if you notice, I have a common theme now in the past 10 pictures I've taken are all in that same preset, because I'm trying to make that Instagram aesthetic, you know what I mean? So
That's a little fog in the background,
yeah,
a little bit of blur, a little bit of pop.
Yeah, so no, it was pretty cool. I like it.
I dig that,
So,
man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
faux
That's
show.
seriously fucking cool.
So how about for you, man?
I finished it, and it's in my room. I should probably go get that.
Yeah, you should go get that
Yeah, I
real quick.
apologize.
God damn it.
But in the meantime, you can talk about how you're starting to look like Gordon Ramsay.
I'm starting to look like Gordon Ramsay? What do you mean? You were saying my hair or what?
With the hair and a little bit of scruff.
Oh, I know. Yeah, so for those of you watching the video, as you can tell, my beard is fucking gone pretty much. I have just a little bit of scruff going on now, and I just decided, I don't want to look completely homeless. I'm going to keep growing the hair out, for sure. That's happening. But I decided to trim the beard down. It looks a little bit more, presentable, I guess you would say. So, all right, let's see it, Drake. Actually, before you show us, any meaning behind this one? Any sort of realization with this one?
I think it. I don't know. I think for the majority of it, it's kind of like I kept getting the feeling of center,
Okay.
what is my center? What is my void in a sense? I don't know. It was the reoccurring, because it wasn't until, because I think the paint's that's still a little bit wet.
That's all right.
But,
No worries.
yeah, it wasn't until Sunday do I have this mild inspiration and was like, okay, fuck, I'll
Hell
go
yeah.
bust out that painting. And I sat looking at it for a while and couldn't really figure out what the fuck I was gonna do. I just started just going at it with the paintbrush, and then
It's cool. I like it. All right, let's see it. So Drake's supposed to do another canvas art. So let's see it, bud. Bam. There it is, folks. The other one. The next. It's edition number 2 in Drake's canvas world here.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm a fan. You add a little brown this time. You know, a little more color to it.
yeah, I wanted to do some texture too.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You can tell there's some depth
Yeah.
And maybe it's just because it's still wet, but I don't want to touch
Well,
it.
like the corners are the only things that are really wet because I made the mistake of going back through and didn't clean my brush. So I picked up some of the brown because I was gonna like bleach out these corners.
Bleached out white.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, it looks. I like it. So side by side here, folks. Let's see if we can. I don't know if we can, but
Let me do that.
here, top. There we go. Boom. What if they fucking matched up perfectly? Now it just
Funny
looks
story.
like 2 eyeballs and a smiley face.
I was thinking about that. I was like, how could I
Fucking
stack these
dope. I love
on like
that. Look at
a
that
wall?
shit. That's kind of cool.
Fun.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So there we are, Drake the artist here, folks. He's here in the flesh, doing big things.
Trying.
And now we have 2 pieces of art that we're gonna keep here. I don't know how we're gonna keep that one there, but it's gonna happen. Somehow, some way, we're gonna find a way to keep both of these in frame. Maybe not this episode because we didn't plan it very well, but next episode we might. Oh, look at that.
We just
Oh,
can't
shit.
touch the
Yeah,
table.
that's gonna move.
I don't know. I think.
Whatever. If it falls, it falls. Just don't let it hit your beer because I want to ruin this beautiful art.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, look at that. Here. Let's do this. Watch this. Ready? Bow. And then like a little. Bow.
Yeah.
And a little.
There we go.
For the audio listeners, they're probably like, "What the fuck is going
Just
on?"
groaning. Into
We do
this
that.
fucking-
We do that as we do that on purpose so that you guys go watch the video version. All right. That's how they're staying. Like it or not, there it is.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck it. So also I want to bring up before we go into the skills for this week, some of you may hear some background noise. Let's listen.
A little bit.
Let's listen. Ooh, listen to that white noise ambiance. So we're actually filming this during a tornado warning. So this is how much we're dedicated to you folks and getting you your episode. There literally 10, 15 minutes ago, there was a tornado warning for our area.
Yeah.
And for
That's why I'm looking over that way.
yeah, because our patio's over this way, and it's gotten progressively darker, and the wind has gotten a little bit stronger. We're fine.
Yeah,
We're
honestly,
fine.
I don't
Everything's
even
fine.
think that's rain anymore. I think that's just the trees getting thrown around.
Yeah, I mean, if this goes black all of a sudden, you'll know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
It'll
saying.
still get posted.
Yeah,
but,
it's
you know.
gonna get posted. We'll make sure of it, but no. So yeah, let's go in. What's your skill for this week, my man?
So skill for this week, probably. I was definitely thinking about kind of diving back into the inner works of my bike.
Oh, okay.
So I really wanna check and like
similar
learn
to the one you did before.
Yeah, well, I mean the one before was more or less like a fixer upper, like I was like replacing parts and all that kind of stuff. But
Right.
I want to do like an overview, kind of just base knowledge of where everything
Everything's
is
located. I
I mean, because I know a decent amount about the bike to be able to like road fix
right.
if I really needed to, but like to be able to in the off season, like, oh well, I should probably replace my pipes. I should probably like go back in
and
and
make sure you're cleaning your car. and
Oh,
everything
yeah.
like that too. So
Oh yeah, and just do the overview stuff because I've done like oil changes and shit like that, or like I just feel like I should know more about the vehicle
yeah,
that I'm
of
riding
course.
on a lot.
Nothing
so.
wrong with being more comfortable in case anything ever breaks. You know what's
Exactly.
happening and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Nice.
So
For
yeah, I think that'll be my skill for this week. Is I'm just gonna get down there and I'm gonna really start to pull it apart.
That
and-
owner's manual help.
Oh yeah.
Just read
Oh,
through
yeah.
that bad Bible of a bitch.
And I'm much more of a hands-on person because
Oh,
if
for
it's
sure.
like, like pull sprocket from fucking something like I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I
My
don't
terminology
know.
is
I don't
on
know the
key
fu- I
right
don't know
now.
the fuck that sprocket's at.
But like,
Show
like,
me a picture.
like replacing a gasket or something. Like pull pins A and B to release
Right.
container where gasket is contained, and like I'm not gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about. But if I'm playing with it while I'm reading, or vice
Yeah.
versa, even like audio, I do talking like, oh okay, well if you just pull
Yeah,
these
watch
two
it.
pins,
Yo,
da, da, da.
YouTube's a hell of a thing, man. You can learn a lot. I was gonna say hell of a drug. But
Well, it depends
It
on where
is
you
too,
go.
Yeah, depend. Oh, so that's gonna be a topic lead in for today too. Talking about rabbit holes. So my skill for the week, I've already actually started it. I started it yesterday, but just why not get a little
Yeah.
jump start on it. So I'm gonna try the keto diet. I've done enough research on it. I'm healthy enough right now. I don't have like preconditioned any illnesses or anything like that. So I'm gonna try it out and just see. I'm not trying to lose weight or anything. I just want to kind of do some body recomposition, so
Yeah.
kind of lose some body fat. And
Reset to default.
yeah, so we're gonna try it out. So far it's been easy. I didn't realize how much fucking like carbs I eat throughout the day. Like, I just figured, oh, bread, that's easy. I can go without bread for the most part.
Yeah.
But rice and beans, like I love rice and beans. Can't really fucking eat those because they're just carb packed.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm fully aware I'm probably gonna get keto flu or whatever the hell they call that, where it's just like
Your body gets like
you're not used to not having carbs in your system because you're only
Yeah.
allowed like 30 grams of carbs a day.
Really?
So it's pretty low comparative to what you're usually eating. So yeah, I'm gonna try it out, see what it's
Fuck
like.
yeah.
And
Well, that'd be cool. You'll have to. Well, I mean, you're gonna let these guys know.
Yeah,
but
of course.
I'd love
Yeah.
to. I'd love to hear what kind of testimony you got and what
Yeah.
your feeling is about it.
I should probably take like a before and after pic too. If
Yeah?
I stay committed to it, just
Because
to see if
I
there's
hear
any
that
change.
it burns a fuck ton of fat.
Well, I mean, it's a high fat, medium protein diet with no carbs. So really, the theory behind it is that your body goes into a state of ketosis, which is you don't have enough carbs to fuel your body for energy, so it's feeding off the fat instead. That's supposed to be that's the very general, non-sciencey terminology for it.
So what happens in that method, right? So when you hit that point of no return, you're at like
Ketosis.
0.1% body fat.
Oh,
left.
point. Well, you can't.
Let's say.
you
Let's say.
can't.
Well,
you can't.
right.
You die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the human body can't go less than like. Well, it can't sustain itself at less than like 2 or 3% body fat. So.
Because like with that, I was just curious as to like what that diet would do to your body, like what the reaction would be once you reached that the pivotal point, right?
Well,
to where,
you're
like,
still
you've been doing
eating.
it for so long.
You're still eating fats throughout the day, like
Yeah.
healthy essential fats throughout the day. So your body's basically just using those. So you're
instead of storing it.
Instead of storing it, yeah. So
That makes more
so
sense because I
it's-
never really knew a lot about keto.
Yeah,
so.
it's an interesting one, and I mean, like I said, it's not terribly hard because you're not really changing too much besides just cutting out sugary stuff. I can't drink beer, obviously, which I kind of was already not drinking too much anyways recently. So it's just water and coffee, and some tea. But yeah, we'll try it out, see how it goes, and if it
Fuck
works,
yeah.
I'll just keep doing it. I don't know.
That's
You know,
awesome, man.
Why not? Fuck it out. I'm always about trying out new diets and shit like that. You know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a big part of my life. So we'll see how it goes.
No, it's cool, dude.
But yeah, so speaking of rabbit holes of YouTube, right? So TikTok, we all know TikTok, where the kids go to dance. I don't know. They do
Good.
all. Now it's been taken over by people our age because quarantine. We got fucking bored. We go, this is ours now.
yeah.
So
the
as
cringiest shit.
oh, love it, love it. And as you know, sorry, I keep looking that way because just I want to see what it's getting shit whipped out there.
Yeah.
But like as you guys
So
all
just-
know, the president is banning TikTok unless they get bought out by an American company. They're banning it, right? Don't care really that much. It's not going to affect my life that much.
No.
I
mean,
don't really care.
even for the people that like watch religiously, I've
It's gonna be. Hey, we had to go through Vine, so
Dude.
y'all have to go through fucking TikTok now. Deal with it. You know what I'm
it's a
saying?
generational thing. That
Yeah.
and there's millions upon millions of videos that have been
there's
released
such
already.
a big compilation of stuff
Yeah.
that you'll never get bored.
Yeah.
But so I re-downloaded I took it off and re-downloaded the app. Just was like, let's see what the last couple days of TikTok look like. You know what I mean? And for some reason, signed into a new account, used a new email. Right? There's no data in this thing. TikTok has changed. They are now turning into, and it's mostly people our age, have turned it into a media source or a news outlet source of sorts. Every other video I was seeing was about like was showing like flight logs of Ghislaine Maxwell or
Really?
of the island, or it was showing like here's indicators of who in Hollywood might be a pedo, and it got real in depth into
Yeah.
conspiracy theories, and every video just started bringing you deeper and deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole until now I'm at a point where like almost every other video I scroll on is about something along those lines
Yeah.
of like, hey, or like this is what's really happening in the world. Like people are using it to show like, This is the unfiltered things that are happening in the world. And what I thought was interesting is I saw a video that popped up that said, it was an explanation, and it said, why is the U.S. really banning TikTok? And the guy, went through this whole thing, and it was like, Twitter is a United States owned company, Facebook U.S. owned company, right? Well, it's U.S. based, right? So it's very easy for the government to apply pressure to those outlets.
Yeah.
Of, hey, this is what you're going to show or not show, right? And maybe that's true, maybe it's not true, but it's a lot easier for them to pressure those companies into to censoring certain things.
Since they're local,
right? TikTok's out of China. Yeah. They can't control anything.
Yeah.
TikTok is its own entity that they have no control over. So anything can get shown on there. Whether it shows us in a bad light or others, it can be shown on there. There is no censorship.
Yeah.
So the guy, they were explaining this could be a pretty strong debate as to why the U.S. is pressuring to ban TikTok, not because it's stealing user data, but because it's literally it's stealing user data, but more so that it's an uncontrollable
it's an open face platform at this point. Yeah.
So I thought that was very interesting, and I just kind of started tracking down this rabbit hole. And then, like every other video was it. And I don't want to call it conspiracy theories because some of it was real shit.
Oh yeah,
like
I could totally
investigating like disappearances of children, and like links to how those kids went missing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of really weird shit that started popping up. I mean, even anything all the way up until like the Pentagon and the aliens and stuff like that. So I'm just like, what's your take on all that? Like, what you think it's just a bunch of kids having fun? Because it's a massive amount of people posting this shit.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm curious as to what you think. About
I definitely think TikTok has always been kind of like in the sense of Vine was. Like it's an open platform. You're kind of able to create whatever content you want to.
Right.
And especially with that luxury of it being from China, they're taking the data and everything else. Like, at that point, it's out of your control. What do you care? But
I mean, it's not like all these other, like Google's taking your data, Facebook's taking your data,
everything that you hit that allow on.
Everything is taking your data.
Yeah,
it's just they say it's because it's a foreign entity taking your data. Okay, but there's so many foreign entities out there that can easily take your data just from going on Google.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And like the way that I view stuff like that, where it's like pulling information or like pulling suggested stuff. So like the For You page.
Yeah.
Their algorithm strictly runs off of what preferences and tags are in previous videos that you've watched or TikToks.
Right.
And then pulls from those cues to fill your For You page.
Yeah.
Right? It's not just going to like type in all of your different shit, location, all that nonsense. It literally just pulls from your core search and like what pop-ups and connectives.
There's something interesting that else I've seen scrolling through. Mm-hmm. And this one, I have no idea what it's about. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is. I don't get it. But there is something, these videos that keep popping up on everyone's For You page. Or not everyone's, but a lot of For You pages. And it's never the same audio, but there's no tags in the video. There's no tags in the audio of the video. There's no like real captions to the videos, so there's nothing for it to say, oh, this is something you might be interested in, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what the For You page does. It's using those tag words, those keywords to say, okay, you're probably interested in bikes, so here's hashtag moto life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's this video that just says like be prepared for August 27th. Big things coming August 27th. Be prepared mentally for August 27th. All this and it's just these and it's always different users posting this video. And it's just randomly popping up on timelines. I don't know what the fuck it's about. I don't know if that's supposed to be the end of TikTok.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I don't know.
Like why is it popping up on everybody's shit?
Yeah,
because there's no way. Yeah, and it's supposed to be like part of like the video. The beginning of the video says like "Welcome to the deep talk" or whatever. And
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like the rabbit hole of TikTok. And then it says, remember these numbers and dates. And it says, remember this. It says, date August 27th, numbers, and then it's 5555, and that's all they all say. So this is, and it. I looked up because then you can actually, you can search. I don't know. You can search on TikTok. You can search certain keywords, obviously. So I searched August 27th, and there are hundreds of thousands of videos about this August 27th. No explanation. It's just saying that same exact thing. And it's so, like, if that's a prank, that is a large-scale prank that is hilarious. But I'm just, it's like, I just went down a rabbit hole the last 2 days with this shit. Like, it's just, it's been so weird, and I don't understand any of it. Like,
well, I mean, I definitely, it could very well be the projected date to end of
TikTok.
Yeah, if nobody stateside buys it up,
Microsoft was talking about buying it.
Yeah.
But watch it happen and it get real censored after that or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
Well, there'd be a user agreement that would be changed drastically. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I think it's an interesting thing that, like, especially nowadays, like, where everything is it's there, dude. Like, every single fucking incident, every single killing, everything is now publicized so heavily by the populace that TikTok in itself is a beautiful fucking avenue for that, because it doesn't have a lot of those restrictions. I mean, obviously you can't see someone getting blasted.
Fun fact. TikTok has gotten weird, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
because I know that Ryan, the dude that got wrongfully killed or whatever, there were videos circulating on like Facebook and stuff that were getting taken down. Like,
well, there was one showing
like,
a murder scene that looked pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Like, not someone actually being guilty. It
right.
showed like the aftermath.
Yeah.
And it looked pretty
yeah.
intense.
Well, and that's what's crazy too, is like you would get stuff like that on Vine. So it's interesting in contrast, like the weird different sub communities that are on these platforms, like showing specific types of content. Because I remembered Vine, I remembered slipping into one of those holes before, and it being like, whoa! Now it went from like near misses to like now I'm watching people get annihilated by trucks and like just this like the slim little, like it just jumps that wall.
Like, is this what happens when we give people free reign to the internet?
They post whatever they can.
They just post whatever. I mean, but is there? Is it for the shock and awe factor, or is it for? I mean, I'm obviously everyone who posts something is different,
right?
But like,
right.
It's weird when you give someone or give a lot of people the power to post basically whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And what it turns into.
Oh yeah.
It's like glimmers of the fucking deep web coming to light. It's very interesting. It's a very weird. TikTok has gotten very dark, and I don't know why. Because I don't like I said, this was a brand new page that I just started up, and it just got very dark. Like, there's some obviously still like the stupid shit on there, but like there was some fucking weird ass posts popping up on my shit for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, like, and that in itself could just be tied to the algorithm that you're watching what would probably be considered like conspiracy stuff when it comes to talking about like TikTok and why they're doing this. And why
I'm
they're
sure
doing that,
after the first couple that I saw, that's what was happening.
Yeah, and then it was just pulling from that and progressively, because you can't. I mean, you can set up an algorithm that controls exactly what kind of a information flow you get or like suggested flow.
Right.
But eventually, man, like that's like how they do this Siri thing. Where like they say like, "Hey Siri, say this," and then they go like, "Ha ha 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 ha." Yeah. Somebody somewhere found that fucking programming and realized that if you overload it with the HAHA, it just the audio.
As fuck.
Yeah, the audio just strings itself out to the point where it's inaudible.
Yeah.
You can't understand what it's trying to say, even though for the last 20 seconds you've been hearing it saying it. It just for some reason there's a break, not a break, but like there's a dip in that programming, that prolonged usage of those letters, like it just
it's just mellow. Yeah.
So like I guarantee someone in some way, or just the programming itself or that algorithm and the suggested stuff, once you hit that real close side of the wall, you know, to like you're here, the crazy dark vine web fucking TikTok place is here, and a nice little wall there. All it takes, man, is that one video,
jump, yeah,
boop, and now this is just an open pit
for sure.
Of,
but like I've liked so many other like funny ones, like
right,
funny Vine ones, and it's like, why are more of those not showing up? And now it's just all this weird conspiracy type shit.
Yeah,
showing up on my eyes. It's very weird.
Well, because I mean,
it's been a very weird first couple days on
Dude.
TikTok. Like I'm almost worried to get back on because like I'm just like, this is gonna
progressed.
keep getting darker or what? Because this shit's just weird at this point.
Yeah,
no alarms are going off, so we're good still to this point.
That's good. The white
Like I
noise
said,
through the mic is actually kind of soothing,
right? But like I said, if you hear a freight train coming, I just gotta grab Nala quick. I think I can make it to her and then make it downstairs.
Gotta grab that.
Yeah, I would love to grab this, but I don't know. If
I'm
my
grabbing a
life's worth
backpack.
it. Yeah, man.
And I'm fucking shoveling shit into that backpack on my back, picking up the TV. Ah!
I love it.
There's a handful of things that I need on a regular basis that I'm not going to be spending money on again.
I feel
it's
that.
just not happening.
I feel that.
I will risk it for that
the
biscuit. Because I can take a couple fucking debris hits. I feel like if I like tuck down real hard, pump the back out, just fucking take it.
Oh shit! But no, it's all. Anyways, back onto that topic. Like, what's super weird about it is like when you pull away from that.
Yeah.
Pull away, like when I just like turn the app off, whatever, because I was scrolling for an hour because I just get lost in the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And you scroll away and you like think about what 2020 has like given us so far.
Enlightenment.
It's weird. Like it gives me, and I don't know. It's not just me. I know it's not, but like I almost feel like I'm holding my breath.
Yeah.
Waiting in anticipation for something massive to break here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what, but like I feel like every day I'm just sitting waiting in anticipation now. For I don't know what, though.
Yeah, for just something to pop the fuck up.
Yeah. Like something massive.
Yeah.
Like world changing.
The 27th, man.
That's what made it weird when that popped up, is it was like, oh, that's fucking weird, because obviously everybody's been feeling, and with COVID and all that, it's a very different world. Everybody's feeling uneasy, especially, God forbid, I feel bad for people with anxiety. Like, I cannot imagine what those people are going through.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's just, I feel like I'm constantly holding my breath now.
Yeah.
Just like, what's coming?
Yeah, because it's just progressively prolonging. Like there's no ups, there's no downs, there's no better, there's no worse.
It's
just shit.
It's just waiting
constantly.
Yeah.
But you get this sense of like it's building. Like there's something fucking
like something
building.
is building.
Yeah, and then I mean you get glimmers of light every once in a while. At least we have for the past couple of months, but it gets so overtaken by every facet of every other absorbent, social media or fucking, the news, if you're unfortunate enough to watch that. Like, you're bombarded constantly with the shit.
Yeah.
It's always the shit.
But here's the thing, like, I don't know about, like, so if you've obviously been feeling the same way.
Oh,
like,
fuck yeah.
For me, I'm
just waiting for the sky to turn red and then just
like,
fucking.
I'm not afraid. It's not like scared, like anxious anticipation.
Yeah.
It's just like a very monotone anticipation, almost a little excitement,
Right.
as to like something is being led up to here.
Dude.
Something is going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
And whether it does or doesn't, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just that's the thought, or that's the feeling that I've had constantly, which is very weird. And it's again, it's probably environmental stimuli, of course, for everyone. That's why we're all probably feeling the same way. It's just, I don't know. I mean, what if,
Just fucking.
like, what if, like, if you had to guess All right, I'm gonna go real deep. We're going cerebral on this tornado episode, folks.
Yeah. Because we're on the razor's edge already.
Like
By
what?
the looks of that tree. Bitch is dancing.
Oh shit!
It's dancing.
So what if? All right, what if this is lead up to something, right?
Right.
And let's just, for example, use August 27th. Let's just say, fuck it, that's a day, right? That everything breaks.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What would be maybe your hope or your theory of what that paradigm shift is? Because I've got one theory that could take it down a deep hole, but
Yeah.
I want to hear what you think.
I feel like, for some reason, what I'm expecting to happen, what I keep thinking, like, that every day when I wake up and I check my phone for the notifications, because I get a bunch of Reddit notifications too, because I've been on Reddit a lot more recently. But like, to get a notification saying like something like martial law has been instituted and this is this, like, for some reason I have this in the back of my head, not because of the external stuff, but just how states and the U.S. have kind of been progressing and handling things just as a whole, with just everything that's been going on. They're just going to fucking, instead of trying to do things individualistic, they're just going to fucking
come in
tighten the noose, man. They're just going to fucking yank down on it and be like, okay, this is where we're at now.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we're doing until all this shit's blown over, whether it be Corona, whether it be the protests, whether it be this progressive stance on civil disrest, like all this other shit, like, I for some reason I keep having that scenario play in my head. Realistically, I think
it doesn't have to be realistic, because my theory is so far from unrealistic.
Yeah.
So
I feel like we're like something within our foundations is going to,
like, our belief
shift.
foundation.
Yeah, I feel like there's something that's going to be either scientific or in some sort of, I'd say scientific. I think something is going to be discovered, or something is going to be released to the general public that is going to enlighten the mass populace, or attempt to, because there's always going to be those fucking morons that are like,
of course.
This is a lie. This is a test. No, it's not.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, fucking. God. We went over this, man.
They're not even conspiracies anymore, folks. It's just
no. It's real. You have the tin on, man. Like,
we don't have the tin no more.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah, I feel like something's going to happen, or something's going to be released that is going to open the proverbial third eye as far as everybody's awareness to everything, like, and how things came to be, or what is tangible, what is real.
And this is so far from unrealistic. This is like top tier conspiracy level. Like, if the most massive break could happen, this is what I think it would be, right?
Yeah.
Not saying that it will. I'm just saying this would be, in my head, the most massive one. What if we all wake up? Yeah.
Are we talking like wake up in a feeder pod, or like
Something. Like, this is the...
Jake, fuck!
Like, what? But, like... Just hear me out.
I'm listening,
This is
man.
getting
I'm
weird, I
fucking
know.
listening. I'm listening, bro.
What if everything that you have created, me, you, your family, right? Everything.
Yeah.
Everything in the existence that you know now. What if you're just walking around, all of a sudden everything goes black on you.
Mm-hmm.
And you wake up and none of this existed. Your family was never real. Your friends were never real. Everything you knew was a figment of your imagination mixed with some sort of simulation.
I'd cry pretty fucking hard, dude, because I'm super fortunate. Like, I feel like I'm super fortunate.
I'd break the fuck down.
Dude.
I don't think that my psyche... But, however, I say that, But what if you come out of it knowing that that was a simulation?
That this was like fucking
Like
what was
the
it,
game
Larry?
on, Rick and Morty. But instead of like Morty freaking out,
Whatever the name
you're
was.
Rick who realizes the whole, like not the whole time, but
Yeah.
you realize when you come out of it, like, oh yeah, it's that cool ass simulation thing.
Nice. I got like 6,000 points, and then I walked to the next game at a fucking Super Space Dave and Buster's, like. But
Like
yeah,
that's top level.
that would
for
be
me.
fucking nuts.
That would be insane. That's
Yeah.
psyche altering.
I'd hope that I'd be tapped enough to like know, like, okay, fucking sweet, like it would just be a fluent motion.
Right.
But if it was like, because the first thing I thought of was Matrix when you started to describe that, where like your reality is not the reality, you're now awake, but everything that you knew and believed and felt and smelt and touched and tasted, like none of that's real, and you're just in a totally different reality. Like because like I said, I'm super fortunate in that regard to like the people that we know, the people that we involve in our lives, the things that we've done already, like, or been able to participate in. Like, it's been a fucking ride and a half, dude.
It's been great so far.
And like I have loved every fucking second of it. So that would be kind of sad, you know?
No,
like,
definitely. Yeah.
like let's say like there was a prerequisite, so like going in at 26. This day on when you turn 26 in that simulation, you wake up, right? Because that's when you entered.
Right.
That would suck.
Yeah.
If like I woke up with that sentience of like even if I knew in advance, like holy shit,
You'd still be like, fuck, that
You'd
was
be
a
like,
lot of
whoa.
fun. Why did I have
Yeah.
to leave that? But you could go back into
right,
maybe. You know, we don't know. I don't know.
right.
but-
The philosophy of reincarnation. You're
Right.
going back in for another
Ooh,
simulation.
that'd be an interesting one.
But yeah, I think that's a really crazy concept. I'd probably like if it was just like a night and day, like woke up, you had no idea that you were in a simulation, like pull the feeder tube, like
I feel like your psyche would have to break.
oh god,
There's
you would
no
have
way.
to, I don't know how you'd be able to take anything in without acknowledging what just happened. Like
And how do you believe anything after that?
yeah,
How do you not know you're not back into a simulation after that?
I think honestly, like I would hope that I would pull at the idea of just survival.
Yeah, I mean,
Regardless
just no matter
of-
where I'm at, if it's
Yeah.
simulation or not, it's survival.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
I just
alive.
have to live this life.
This is it,
and
yeah.
do what I'm doing.
Yeah,
That's true.
I'm here in the present versus like thinking about what the fuck just happened for 26 years.
Right.
What I thought was 26 years, but
Right.
could have been 2 seconds here. You know?
Now, on a more realistic level, I think I agree with you in the aspect of I think that there would most likely be a scientific breakthrough of sorts, whether it be them saying we have contact with alien life, whether it be even as far as I say, we know that there's more than 3 dimensions. We know there's
fuck
more than
yeah.
4th. We know that there's many dimensions, right? So, like, if they came out one day and said, hey, so we just communicated with, like, the 10th dimension. Like,
Yeah.
we've seen it. It's been visualized now. Like, we've mapped it scientifically. That would be, even the 4th. I mean,
Yeah.
even breaking into just the 4th dimension would be a massive scientific
existential.
breakthrough.
Yeah.
Or like some sort of, like you said, some sort of massive enlightenment that would occur. Like I feel like if people were to reach any sort of, if as a whole, if our species was to reach any sort of enlightenment, it would have to be, I feel it would have to be coming from a scientific breakthrough.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's the way
There's-
through to enlightenment, I think, would have to be. I just can't think of any other way that you could reach that state with the way our species has lived now. A religion, I don't think, would be able to bring that to the masses, just because we have no basis for that foundation, really.
Yeah.
Not saying that, listen, all my religious people, is not an attack on you. I'm just saying that I feel like for massive enlightenment, it would have to be a scientific conclusion
Yeah.
that caused it. Like, even saying, well, technically, the U.S. government has released documents on astral projection and fucking 4th dimension, meditation, all that shit. They've done massive studies on it and come up with some interesting stuff. But, like, a breakthrough.
Yeah.
Of it, where it's that would be-
Substantial, something tangible, something with weight that will change the perspective of rational
thinking.
humans.
Yeah, like breaking the mold of
Yeah.
what we know.
And that's like, and
I pray for that.
oh yeah,
Dear God, if that
Dude.
happens in my lifetime, I'm a happy guy.
yeah, because I think that's something that's heading to a theater near us. Because it's been, I mean, like, look at the timeline, man. Like, there's been a lot of ingenuity. There's been a lot of expanse as far as specific types of technology.
And last year's
progression.
been a whirlwind of information being thrown out there.
Dude, I think as fucked up as this year has been,
I think it ends good.
it ends good.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I have a belief that this year, whether it ends early or not,
Well, yeah, the 27th.
ends good. That's my
Yeah,
belief.
It's gonna end on a very high
This is
note.
the trial.
Yeah,
Like this is your trial period. Make it through. Stay sane, and then we'll see you on the other side.
yeah,
Would be really dope if that happened. Most likely it won't. Most likely we're just gonna go into 2021 and go, what the fuck happened
yeah.
that
They're
year?
gonna be talking about this for a long
What
time.
was that shit?
Yeah,
Like, I don't know, man. I just hope that something breaks
Yeah.
massively, whether it be the government saying, yeah, aliens, they're here.
Yeah.
They walk among us.
this is Guy.
Like, can you imagine if you just were like the president came out tomorrow and goes, hey, so we know it's been shitty for you guys. I don't want to really fuck your psyche up right now. But aliens, yeah, they're here, dog. They're like among us, all of you.
Yeah.
Like they're here. You just go to work the next day, and your fucking coworker Bill, just like Men in Black, zips his fucking costume off, and he's a fucking alien.
I was just painting that scenario in my head of just like, well, we've talked about it for a little bit. The Pentagon has released information. Guys, you don't have to hide anymore.
And they just and it's just fucking
Yeah.
what? And God forbid,
Hundreds of, like,
what if it's
Jesus!
lizard people?
Yeah.
We go, oh shit, we live on a
Like
flat
lobster
Earth.
people.
Yeah, we live on a fucking flat Earth. They were right. It's the goddamn
Yeah.
lizard people.
Oh no, I'd believe fucking lizard people over flat Earth.
Oh,
any day.
100%. But
But-
if lizard people were real, I then can't I can't just go from this extreme
You
and say
definitely
that this
can still.
extreme.
You definitely.
I mean, you're
can.
right. I could fuck flat Earth theorists. Like you're wrong. I don't care what happens.
Not-
You're wrong. But
I don't. And in that regard, I poke fun the
Like,
way
live
that
your
I poke.
life.
Yeah, you can believe whatever the fuck you want to,
Dude,
man.
you're not
I'm
gonna
not
convince
thinking
my
less
ass.
of you as a human. I just don't believe that.
I just don't.
Not for a second.
Yeah,
And that's just my personal perspective on it.
Your scientific backing is not scientifically backed. I don't know. It's
Yeah, and it didn't help that like when they first started to really catch traction, their fucking main PR and spokesperson had said that we have members all around the globe that
Yep.
believe in flat Earth, and I was like,
Globe.
Like,
so
you
it's
don't-
what? It's a globe? You
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Or when they tried to disprove it and ended up actually
oh, with
proving-
the two hole
Yeah.
theory, yeah.
You
Yeah.
fucking
And it was, I
nitwits.
don't know, like there, on some levels, there is always going to be something that is tasteful. There's something that draws you into believing something. It's like the conspiracy
Like
theories.
Bigfoot.
There, yeah, exactly. Like
Which,
there's
he might actually.
Might
there
actually,
was
at some point,
technically
yeah.
a
Bipedal.
bipod? Yeah,
think it's-
bipod creature
yeah.
that was similar. But that was ages ago. That was
Yeah.
millions of years ago.
But yeah, I just think in that concept, like it has a semblance of truth. It has a semblance and a tie into reality and like what is known already, but doesn't follow. Excuse me, man, I'm getting really burpy. It just doesn't follow through.
No,
It doesn't.
it's-
Like
there's no. I can't
if it was-
get
if-
behind that.
yeah, if there was a better argument, I would give it. I would allow it more traction for me personally.
There's no good argument
To
it.
even there isn't.
There's
Not
not.
that I found it, and I've really
I've
tried, man.
I've tried to play the anti-skeptic, but
Yeah,
you guys, you're fucking
Yeah.
awful. There's no science.
it's tough. And it's really tough to talk with somebody that is a diehard flat earther, just because like
They are so.
it's
on
almost like religious.
it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh God.
like that faith.
It's a cult.
It's faith.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. Not a cult because
Well, I mean,
they're not drinking the punch, but it's a religion.
yeah,
Flat
but
Earth theory is a religion.
yeah, but I don't know. It's such a weird ideology, too. Like you can't prove to someone that believes
That's true. It's like
flat Earth
disproving God.
exists.
You can't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
But
now.
however,
For now.
there's no scientific backing to say that God isn't real or is real.
Right.
There's scientific backing
Yeah.
to the Earth not being fucking flat. So I don't know. Anyways,
You can't dance around that fucking bullet.
so back onto the
Rabbit hole.
this
Kentucky, overarching.
cerebral episode.
Yeah.
So we all believe in the sixth sense, right? We
Yeah.
all know it exists. You can feel when someone's looking at you, right?
Yeah.
That's a sixth sense. You can, you almost. Some people know right before something bad's about to happen. They can just feel it real quick,
And
right?
I feel like that's just an overly heightened sense of awareness.
Yeah, it's your
connectivity to your-
animalistic instinct
yeah.
kicking in, I think.
For sure.
However, with a majority of us, me and you included, having this feeling of like build up, is that part of that sixth sense instinct that says, yeah, you're right.
Well,
something's gonna fucking pop.
I don't want to think about it that way, because like if that's the case, right? If the people like we'll do like a greater populace, including you and I, they have this like apprehensive, almost not necessarily paranoid, but this. It's a tense waiting game. Like you're in this pocket of just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, just do it. Just fucking have something happen. I feel it. I feel like if that was a tie-in to that sixth sense, it would be something catastrophic.
Yeah,
like
because that's fight or flight. That's that risk moment. I mean, so yeah, that's true. It
like
could
we're
be
talking like
the end of
Yellowstone
days.
exploding, a
Yeah.
fucking like something naturally occurring, happening to the point of like with animals when there's a fucking hurricane coming,
Right.
dogs run.
But you don't feel
from
like
their fucking family home.
So as opposed to just the sixth sense part of it, or not the sixth sense, but as opposed to like this ever looming thought,
Yeah.
right? I'll take it a step further and say, like, have you in recent memory just felt like something, like you're out and about, right, in public, and you just feel like something is off balance
like
in
the
world?
like the air gets thick.
Like something
Yeah.
is off. Like I don't know what. You can't
Yeah.
really explain it. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a fucking weirdo that has this like this weird feeling. It just something doesn't feel
Yeah.
right or I don't know what the word is for it.
Yeah.
But something feels very off
Yeah.
about our
Dude.
current times, and I don't know what it is. I don't know why I feel that way.
Yeah.
It's just very weird.
No, and I definitely agree with that. I think that, and I can't say it's like a section of the population feels this way, because I don't think it's really.
If you
I don't know
feel
enough
this
about
way,
that.
you
Yeah.
need to comment in our shit and let us
Yeah.
know, because I'm very curious as if I'm just the fucking nut job here spewing out
you're definitely-
bullshit,
you're
or
definitely
if this
not,
is like
man.
something that people are actively
Yeah.
noticing throughout the day. Because if there's a majority of us that feel that way, then I'm a little more apprehensive as to, okay, the fuck is happening?
Yeah, we're waiting on something, man.
Yeah.
But I think that with that heightened sense of awareness, I mean, like even in like a crowd of people, like there is almost a wall. Like say there's a fight that breaks out, and you can't see the fight,
But you know it's gonna
but
pop
you
off.
know it
Yeah,
happened.
we've
Like,
done that. We've
Yeah.
been in situations like that before.
It's
where we
as
just
if
both looked at an area and knew
Dude.
for some reason that was gonna happen.
it's like the air gets electric.
Yeah.
Like it draws you to that point. It gets dense. It's almost like a stale sensation in the
Yeah,
air.
yeah.
Where it's like just the complete vibe changes, and I hate to use that word because it's not going to do that.
Fuck that
this
word,
description
but that's the
justice,
truth.
Yeah, like
The energy.
the world changes around you given
Yeah.
that external influence. And you feel it. It's
It's
tangible.
very
force.
interesting that we feel that. Like
Yeah.
we're so apprehensive to say that we have this unexplainable connection to things, but then stuff like that happens, and we've all experienced something like that.
Yeah.
Where, not metaphorically, the hairs on the back of your neck raise.
Yeah.
And you just something before it happens,
Yeah.
but you can't explain why. But we're all so again, apprehensive to say that that is a real thing.
Yeah.
Even though we've all experienced
Oh,
it,
yeah.
we know it's a real thing. We've been through it.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's weird.
It's like-
I think we're just uncomfortable as people to say that there is something unexplainable to whether it be, being able to interact with the energy in a room, like an
Yeah.
actual energy in the room or something like, and just being able to know that sixth sense sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah, it is super weird. And I think so do you think that's where like the initial idea from Lee came from for like the Spidey sense? Just like
Stan
a
Lee's
super
Spidey sense
a super like
Someone who-
heightened version of that.
Person that can actually understand and decipher it.
Yeah.
Like that's his
bullet
power. That's his
incoming,
ability.
like,
Is that
yeah.
he's able to actually interpret what
Yeah,
that heightened
process.
sense is.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I would say 100%. That's what
Yeah.
he was going for with it. It was someone with a heightened sense of heightened sixth sense
Mm-hmm.
that can feel that energy. That's just what I'm going to call it. But feel the energy, and then their body and mind be able to decipher what it's actually signaling. Where a bullet's coming my way, I got to move. Oof. Imagine having that where you could tap into it, and you would know before something.
I'd have a lot less scars.
Jump off this bridge? Nope.
Probably not.
You probably shouldn't either, bud.
Yeah.
The rest of you are fine. He shouldn't do that though.
Now, where does that sixth sense line blur into premonition?
Oh, that's tough.
That is tough.
I think because when you say that word, premonition, you that's where you lose a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
That's where you get into the metaphysical science or metaphysical studies, and I think that's where we lose people because they're not comfortable saying that could be a thing.
Yeah.
Really, that's kind of what the sixth sense is.
Yeah.
On a much lesser scale, it's your body knowing something's gonna happen before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't interpret it.
Yeah.
I think that would be the breaking point or the jumping point is when you can interpret what your body is saying to you.
Yeah.
That's when you say, okay, well, that's a premonition. Like you just basically saw into the future. If that
Yeah.
were a thing, that's where it would happen at, as opposed to just a sixth sense.
Yeah.
I think.
No, and that definitely, I feel like that holds weight. That definitely holds weight. Excuse me, because I know a couple of people that are very passionate and believing that they are. Excuse me, I'm trying to sneeze.
No, you're good.
But they believe that they're not necessarily like a gateway, but they believe that they have premonitions regularly.
Mm-hmm.
And in that term, I mean that term literally, like to where they have a
They
dream.
can see things.
They
that
can
are
see
going to
things.
happen.
Yeah, to like they feel the universe around them, and they are able to interpret and predict what is going to happen. Do I think that's a wives' tale? No.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
Because if it's like
prove
it's any skill.
Yeah.
I mean, like any bodily skill. I mean, there's people that train for lucid dreaming as well.
and they can do it. Yeah.
But that's it's such a niche thing, and you're so disconnected from it. You don't know a lot about it unless you actively search into it to learn more about the metaphysical apparition and like even plane walking. Like I've heard that's like a fucking huge thing too. Is everybody's like trying to do that, where it's like the multidimensional theory to where like you're trying
Walk
to
on
access
different planes, like a different dimension.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
And I don't know, it's just super interesting, and I love listening to people really express how passionate they are about that and how heavily they believe that that's what's going to happen. To me, that rational end is what stops me.
Right.
Like the rational way of thinking, what I consider rational, what could not be the general consensus of or scientific consensus of rational. To me, like unless it's proven.
All right, so I'm going to throw this one at you then.
Yeah.
Because this is where I could toe that line. And I'm not saying that I believe or disbelieve in this. This is just honest, cool. Like, this is very interesting conversation to me.
Yeah.
But, okay, so we know all life came from the stars, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, the Big Bang, not to talk, scientifically, that's what we believe, right?
Yeah.
The Big Bang, life was formed, microorganisms were created, they combined, created bigger organisms, right? So we are a product of the universe, right?
Yeah.
Or of the expanse. And we know that there is a fourth dimension, which we refer to as time,
Yeah.
right? So what is to say, us as beings who have been created from all of this, why is it so far-fetched to say that we are in some way able to tap into that? Because we're all one, we're all created from one thing. What's to say we can't, in some or some aspect, tap into that fourth dimension in a sense of premonitions, where that's a time. You think of premonition, you think of you're basically tapping into fourth dimension and you're seeing into the future. That's basically what that is, right?
Yeah.
What's to say you can't?
And that's
I can't say we can, and I can't say we can't.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting thought.
But what is fascinating to me is not that long ago, I think it was like 5 or 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
My dad and I were going back and forth about this concept that well, it's not a concept anymore because I started to find some really cool results from it. But that classic like last names, right? So Shoemaker or Woodsman,
Right.
names like those. Like it's clear at that moment in time that name came from a specific career that your family was doing during social progression, right? So you were a whittler, you were, like a smith, like those types of names.
And names expand off of that in different languages into different meanings.
Exactly,
Yep.
and they carry,
Right.
But usually a lot of the times it was a title. You were
your last name was your title. It wasn't
Exactly.
a last name; it was a title.
Exactly, and there was a study done. I think it was. What was that? I think it was like 2014, 2015 or something, and expanded to 2017. I could be incorrect about that time frame. But they were studying what was considered memory transfer. So skills.
Yeah.
Right? Things that you inherited, things that you are, for
From
some reason,
your ancestors.
through genetics, through fucking all of those different facets of breeding and progressing forward as you move those genetics forward.
It's you're copying DNA.
Exactly.
A fragment of DNA into a new vessel.
Exactly.
Basically, you and one other person.
They've shown that when something is it's like muscle memory, the idea of muscle memory, right? That those skills, that repetition can be transferred because it becomes a part of that code, right? If you nail that fucking
the
thing,
genetic makeup of that person gets transferred.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, with that, I feel like it ties super, super heavily into that ability, right? So it's something primordial. When we were a part of the fucking soup, right? As everything transpired, as all the chaos came to a conclusion, and life started to begin, right? I don't know why I put so much pause
As
in
in
that.
our species, or
As
as
in
in all life?
All life in general.
Okay.
How
sentient life or just life?
just existence.
Okay.
Right. Even down to the microbial level.
Right.
Like in the beginning of that process. Now, that very well could be, because you don't hear a lot. It's 26 years and I've heard of 2 people that have a firm stance, a firm belief in themselves that they have premonitions.
Premonitions. Okay.
That they believe that they have premonitions.
Right.
That is a skill, an
was
instinctual skill,
transferred.
because we came from the fourth, man. The second that Big Bang happened, the fourth existed.
Exactly. And
So,
we
were
existed
exposed to
in
it.
that fourth at some point.
Yeah.
Like time as we see it is A to B, but really time in a whole is like there is no A, there is no B. It's a circle. There's no end or beginning point. It's just a continuous path.
It's existence.
that has no beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the Big Bang was the beginning. I guess because
But
once
that's
that happened,
also the end as well.
That's true.
So it is a perpetual cycle, So maybe what I'm getting to with that is, if you can transfer things that are honed skills, right? Things that came naturally to you, and your kids know how to swing a proper hammer, or to cut something. Those are ingrained skills that you can transfer to your offspring, generation after generation after generation. Is it plausible? And I feel like it could be, because we had that access, because we had that influence, because we had that similar starting point with exposure to the fourth. Why wouldn't people be able to, on some level, depending on what your genetic makeup looks like and everything else, and how it's evolved and progressed and mutated over time, why wouldn't you be able to access that? Tap primordially, like really deep down, man. It'd have to be a super, 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 super small percentage. And that's why I brought up 26 years and I met 2 people.
Right.
It's a serious...
But certain people
have
are
that
more
access.
Sensitive to that.
Yeah.
Now, don't you think you could easily disprove a lot of people that say they have premonitions?
Oh, for sure. It happens all the time.
They say they have
all the time.
premonition. Okay, well,
Penn
on this
and
date,
Teller
this is going to happen.
did...
You go, well, no.
Yeah.
Because it fucking didn't.
Yeah. And there's been plenty of fucking people that have gone in on mediums or psychics and all that crazy shit. That's not crazy shit, but crazy shit. And just debunked everything. Absolutely everything. Because it is a hot commodity. It's something that's tantalizing, It's something that is the unknown. It's something that is it's a skill that you can never fathom personally, because you might not have access to it. And the people that think about it and go to expose it are thinking it just doesn't exist. But it's so tough to tell. I view that the way that I view religion, is you can't prove or disprove it. It's all based on faith. That connectivity, that transfer of information,
Right. Sorry, I keep hearing. I don't know if it's my computer, if it's...
No, it's the wind.
Okay. I don't know. It was just the way that my headphone was on, it echoed weird, so it sounded like my computer was about to blow up. It was running so fast. But anyways, I can't say that that's not. I don't know. I'm not trying to. We're not trying to sound wacky here.
No.
This is a very interesting thing that is
But there's
a plausible evidence for both sides.
Yeah.
There's I don't know. So it's interesting.
Yeah, and and the reason why I don't like straying away from conversations like this, especially on a public platform,
right,
is because this is how you prove or disprove things.
Well, and I
you
think
have to have conversations like this.
I think what's important about conversations like this too, any part of this conversation that we've had so far for this whole entire hour, basically, I think what is important is finding out that you aren't the only one thinking about this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Or even when you find out people that you would have never thought would think about this stuff also are oh hey, yeah, I have this weird feeling too, or or I believe in this stuff too. That's a weird moment because that's at that point. It's like when you find out, I don't know, when you think you have a nervous tick or something, or you think there's something that you do that most people don't, but then someone talks about it, and then you realize everyone fucking does that, and you go, "Whoa,
I'm not alone."
I thought that was something weird, but really, a lot of fucking people do it. I think that's why it's cool to talk about this stuff too, is because you have so many other people that go, "Oh yeah, no, I do a lot of research on that on my own and shit," and then you go, "Oh, we all feel this way? Interesting. Dude. Why do we all feel this way?"
Yeah, exactly. Why is there a general
why is there a connectivity there? So I don't know. We should probably end this one. This is probably. I don't know. If you listen to this whole episode, kudos to you for one, but two, this is probably one of the episodes where the entire conversation I would go back. I'm gonna go back and listen to the whole thing.
Double
it was
down.
Very interesting the whole time. So sorry, Walker, that you couldn't be here for this one, because I feel like he would have had some interesting input in all of it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll end this one here. We'll go do our live episode. We didn't get taken by a tornado, thankfully. We are all still here.
Nala included.
Nala's somewhat. She's probably tearing up my room right now, but So anyways, thank you guys for joining us for another episode of What We Learned This Week. Don't forget to support the show by going to Patreon, patreon.com/WWLTW podcast. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. Like, or press past that subscribe button. Hit it. Don't quit it. Hit it. Pass it to your friends. We're trying to, road to 1K for them subscribers. Also, if you want to hear us have more talks like this, comment and let us know. Because I'm interested to see if people like these conversations or not. So let us know if you want us to have more, or if you've had similar experiences, similar thoughts, anything like that. Let us know, because we love hearing that. We love hearing from you guys for sure. So don't forget to check out astrodesigncompany.com. Walker will hook you up. He's fucking killing the game right now. Let him know that we sent you. Give you a fat little discount. Don't forget to check out Thirst Homeless on the YouTube channel, Thirsty Thirst and the Funky Bunch. Check out Johnny Wishbone on the YouTube channel. Check out our Teespring. We still have merch up, teespring.com. We haven't updated in a while, but it's because all this COVID stuff has been a little weird with them too, and with all merchandise sites. Yeah, it's just been weird. But so check them out. And then this episode is, of course, brought to you again by JD Creations LLC. You want to start up your own podcast, you want to start up your own YouTube channel, you want to build out a recording studio, let me know. Hit me up. I have a Facebook page now. It's just JD Creations LLC. I'm here to help. I've got a couple clients already lined up here for the future. I just finished a recording studio. I just finished building that out. So I might be posting some before and after pictures of that.
Nice.
I'm real happy with the way that turned out. But otherwise, yeah, that's all we got for you guys. Thank you for joining us again for another episode. Episode 69 was a good one.